Oh no, look what I did. I got strong legs. Okay, today we're going to do a follow-up video of this 1966 Austin Mini Cooper S with gargantuan, gigantic FORTECH flares on it. Yes, that's right. This is a real Mark I Mini Cooper S with Hurricane flares on it. I know some of you are like, whoever put those flares on a real Cooper S should be shot. Well, take aim, because I do it a lot. Anyway, this is a really cool car, and belongs to our friend Cliff in Georgia, and I love this car. You know, I look at a lot of minis every day, duh, and when I'm walking past this car, my eye goes right to it. I mean, I just love the flares. I love the stance. I love the wheels and tires. It's a Mark I. I love the grille, the mustache. It's just, I don't know, this car does something to me. So when Cliff originally sent this car, or he said he was going to send the car, he sent me pictures of it, and it had these Mambas on it that were so little 6x10 Mambas. Maybe they were 5x10s, and the gap between the wheel and the wheel arch was like that, and it looked ridiculous. And he says it looks kind of funny. No kidding, it looked horrible. I mean, ugh. Anyway, so that's how we had to stance it right and get the deep dish 13-inch wheels on it, and oh, that looks so much better. And the interior, woof, oh, it was so bad, and it looks so much better now compared to the way it was. So anyway, I want to show you guys some of the things that we finished up for Cliff, and that is these cool mirrors. Look at these mirrors. Now, you may say, how did you guys attach those? So these are the MED brackets with GT300 mirrors, and we have these in black, polished, brushed, several styles. What we use is this 3M body emblem tape, and these things are on there so good. We don't use screws, we don't drill holes in the doors. That 3M body panel adhesive / emblem double-sided tape is so strong, and it works really well, and that's a really good way to put your mirrors on. So without drilling holes, I think that looks pretty cool. We could have put the stud through the sliding window hole, but I decided to use the MED brackets because I think they look pretty cool. We also did some chrome trim on the door. I didn't have the real Cooper S stuff that you slide, you know, that clips into it, but I did this just to finish it off, and I thought that looked pretty good. And I also did this chrome deluxe trim below the door between the flares to help pull this chrome, the stainless steel, the handles, so it's not just blah. It's not just red anymore. We've got some metal. So chrome makes cars look metal. That's kind of important. Also, I did red uppers, North American red uppers instead of amber turn signals. So genuine, real old school red uppers. These are really hard to find. This came out of my private stash. You're welcome, Cliff. So I think that looks pretty cool. Now, what I'm also really proud of is the interior now. Okay, what did we do? This car had no panels in it, but it did have the red and gold brocade interior. So I stuck with that, and I went and dug out a set of my genuine, real Cooper S gold brocade door panels. It's a little warped, but you know what? It's it's authentic, it's original, and I think that looks pretty cool. Also, he was missing the little heater knob. Those things are hard to find. I put one of those on there. Some switch extenders on the wipers and the headlights. Some Cooper floor mats, and a Patty Hopkirk shifter with a shift extension. I love that Patty Hopkirk little emblem in the shifter knob. I think that looks pretty cool. Of course, the Jet Motor seat brackets on some Cobra RS bucket seats. And come on around here, look at this. Oh, I put a gold brocade rear parcel shelf back there. I replaced all the seals. I love the Motolita steering wheel. I think that just looks so cool. It reminds me of an old rally video I saw where the guy scared the absolute crud out of his navigator, and I think he hit the wall and then made it through a cow crossing. And he was like, "Oh dear God!" It's my favorite rally video. Maybe I'll pop that in there for you.
150, unseen, easy right. 50, easy left. 50 grid, 100. Oh, dear God. Brow, 150, flat right, maybe stay in.
Patty Hopkirk throttle pedal, turn signal switch with the steering column cover or shroud. It was all busted up and had big holes in it, and so I replaced all of that. I also straightened out the parcel shelf and got that all straight, and I got all the gauges and everything's working now, and so I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. Oh, I put some Cooper stickers on the center caps just to make it look, you know, kind of cool. I like that. But it's all done. I'm about to send it back to our friend Cliff, but before we do, I think we should go for a ride. So let's go for a ride. All right, we're gonna go for a ride in my buddy Cliff's 1966 Austin Mini Cooper S that he has owned since 1983, and I think he got it from his dad. So this car is a real part of his life, and I totally understand that, because just right in there, in the garage there, is my 66 Austin Mini Cooper S that I put FORTECH flares on, but I went a little step further. I chopped the roof off of it too. Yeah, for all of you purists who love Mini Cooper S's out there, yes, I've destroyed a lot of them in my lifetime. So comment below if you don't like it.
I do want to express myself, okay? And I don't need 37 pieces of flair to do it. All right, there's my flair, okay? And this is me expressing myself, okay? There it is.
Oh, you know, Cliff, you and I are probably cut from the same cloth, my friend. Back in the 80s is when I really started my love affair with the Mini Cooper, and I got my first Mini when I was 15, before I had a driver's license, and I love Minis ever since. It's just been an addiction, and this really takes me back. This feels like, I mean, it just feels like what I used to drive around back then. Tricked out, hot rodded, FORTECH flared, 13-inch wheeled Mark I Cooper S. Yep. Now, you saw me lift up on the shifter to put it in reverse. That's because we have an A+ 1300 in this. So I don't know what happened to the real Cooper S motor. Maybe Cliff has it tucked away, wrapped in plastic. I don't know, but he replaced it with this 1300, which is just a nice, I mean, it's a great engine. Single inch and 3/4 HIF 44 carburetor with an LCV Maniflow exhaust on a center exit RC40. So it just goes about like a normal 1300 would. Stage 2, Cliff and I discussed, would be our Jet Motors turbo kit, which will really wake this thing up. My guess is this is probably making about 50 horsepower right now. After the turbo, it's going to make about 100. So we know that's about the numbers for the turbo kit. Now, I'm really proud of the suspension on this car because it had coilovers on it, the Spax coilovers. And I mean, oh my gosh, it was just bang, bang. I thought the fillings were going to fall out of my teeth. So I said, Cliff, we got to change the suspension. So I put the Jet Motors Ultimate Suspension Upgrade Master Kit in this thing. And oh, it rides so much better. Now, I did use the Bilstein B6 shocks. The B6 shocks are a really good shock. They're a little more money than the rest, but they're very capable in hard driving situations, especially in an autocross or, you know, something like that. On the street, you do feel that they are firm. This is a go-kart, so to speak. It doesn't have that plush, compliant ride, but it's absolutely planted. So I do like it. The Bilstein B6s are a really good shock. If you don't like the firmness, then step down to, I would say, the KYB gas adjust, or even just the oil fill. Now, even the bone stock 1300 like that with a good carburetor and a good exhaust, you can see that it goes pretty good. And I gotta tell you, this car is taking me back. I feel like a teenager again. Hope I don't get pulled over by the cops like I used to when I was a teenager. So I replaced the shifter in this thing. Hey, this car's going pretty good. Hot damn. All right, so hang on here. We're gonna go around this corner nice and good. Smoke at the tires. At least I drive a Mini like they're supposed to be driven. Okay, I was trying to tell you that I had to replace the shifter in this thing. I think somebody somewhere in its life must have jacked it up on the rods. I mean, the rods were all bent and cattywampus, and man, I couldn't even put this thing in gear when it first arrived to us. So, Cliff, you're gonna love your new shifter. I wonder if Cliff ever drove this car like I'm driving it right now. Yeah, I'm driving the customer's car. No. Too much traction. I was gonna spin it, but they just hooked up. All right, well, there you go. That was your ride along in a genuine 1966 Mark I Austin Mini Cooper S. Yes, with giant FORTECH flares. Do you guys know what FORTECH stands for? Maybe you guys don't, but my buddy Mike Kearney was the owner of FORTECH, and I asked him in the 80s when I used to go down there and ask him if he would sell me those FORTECH flares. And FORTECH stands for Foreign Technology. So he was the national SCCA champion in the FORTECH Mini, and now my very dear friends Andy and Rachel Nelson campaigned that car, and it couldn't be in better hands, and I know Mike is thrilled that they're still racing that thing. So anyway, the FORTECH flared Mini I think is cool. If you got a problem with that, leave a comment below. Anyway, Cliff, I can't wait to send you your car. We'll see you on the next one.